I got me a truck, a trailer, and a chainsaw.
Stay back, I got a chainsaw.
And $0. Can we go from 0 to 100 million? Let's find out. Heading over here to the chicken coop now, and I'm just really concerned of how I'm going to get this into that chicken coop. Don't know if y'all watch my other series, the Feeding the Next Gen roleplay, but I've already used this chicken coop on there and realized I couldn't put the food in there without having to lift it up. Let's see if it actually goes in there. Don't think it will because, oh my gosh, what? No. Last time I did this, I had to use some sort of auger pipe going in there, but now it works? You gotta be kidding me. I guess I did something wrong on that Alma map, but oh well, hey, it works here. So maybe I was just worrying way too much. Definitely worrying more than I should have, I guess. That's gonna be a lot of food, a lot. 167,000 liters in there right now with only 3 animals. Yeah, that's going to last quite a while, but I don't think it's going to be enough, especially once we start getting into that whole 50,000 chickens. Still trying to decide what to do with the males out of there because the males are going to come in thinking that butcher might be coming into a picture pretty soon once I start getting a lot of males. But also it comes down to the fact that 50,000 chickens is a lot, and it's not going to reach that anytime soon. We're going to go ahead and send this worker back over to the farm. Don't know why, just get him back over there. Looking at the field over here, we are done with this wood chipper, and we are done with the harvest over there. Now, we did have some issues with that harvester. I think it might just be because of the header, so I'm not going to give up on it quite yet. I will sell that header back and attempt it with a different header next season. And I also want to get some more fields in, so that's probably what we're looking at doing this episode is quite a bit of fields being put in. I say quite a bit. I'd like to get at least more than one. And of course, this grass field off to the right is ready to harvest next month. I'm gonna go ahead and crank that speed up. I think I'm good for this month, except for just make fields, and making fields doesn't take much, and I got nothing I can plant right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and crank the speed up. We'll get through the day a little bit faster, maybe. I don't know, it's starting to sound like a bad idea now that I did it. Should I stop? Got a worker off and going here. Hopefully this works out great. I did notice there's some swath off the field, and that was because of me. I did drive it off field quite a bit, so I'll try to remember to go around at the end and pick it up. And of course, somebody left a harvester in the way, so we'll just tab over to that, and oh my gosh, you're gonna run right into that. What? Jeez. Calm down there, man. Calm down. That person's in a hurry. Before I forget, we're just gonna go ahead and sell off this header. Should I repaint? And let's see here, $9,181. Let's see if it goes up almost 10,000. Hey, it went up to 85,000, so I'd say that's profit, right? Went up a little bit more there. Maybe it's profit. We're gonna go ahead and sell that off before I forget. I'll just end up keeping a harvester with no header until next year. Not 100% sure where I'm gonna put this yet. I guess I'll just kind of tuck it away in here for right now. This is definitely not the best area for it, I don't think. I was thinking about putting some more sheds over closer to the actual field because it appears most of my crop fields are going to be over on the east side of this map, right side of the map. So I may end up putting some more sheds over there and just kind of keep my crop related stuff over there. I don't see any issues with that, but for right now I'm going to continue building up this area over here first, and then we'll expand over into some other areas. I think it has been a while, but it's time to get that plow back out, and of course stone picking is going to happen right after the plowing. But first I got a lot to plow, and I really absolutely just love how large this plow is. I mean, it's great for making the fields faster, but the downside to it is it's really wide, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of here without, well, you know what, guess I did hit something. I was gonna say without hitting something, but it looks like I already did hit something. Come on, just squeeze on through. Come on, just turn with it, turn with it, turn with it. There we go. I was really freaking out again. I know I've done this before, but I looked over at that maintenance over there and I was like, man, why is my maintenance so bad? This tractor's brand new. It's a John Deere, so I was kind of giving the benefit of the doubt to AutoSim Crew and Rainbow Hacker Gaming. They're constantly always saying how John Deere is horrible and breaking down all the time. So I'm like, did my John Deere tractor just break down already with 1.5 hours on it? Turns out, no, that's the plow. I should probably go through here and mow this up first, but I'm just gonna let it be. I think it should be fine, I think. So we'll go ahead and drop this in right here, turn on that creative field and get to it. Now I am gonna try to put in multiple fields here. Of course, they're not gonna be super big or anything like that. I would like to just do a really big field, at least one, but I'm realizing I need to get more variety of crops in here, and to do that I need more fields. So these fields are not going to be all as big as that first one that I got a worker on right now picking up the swath. Well, I guess that wasn't the first field. That's the first crop field. Let's put it that way. Big hill over here on the left. I'm going to try to avoid it as much as possible because I don't want to have to drive up it with this tractor or with any of my other equipment. Just finished up plowing this new field, and my worker up there on the top on the course play did finish work. Now you may notice my course play thing is in a weird spot, and I'm surprised nobody's really asked me about that. I just move it up there out of the way from hiding my damage painting and my fuel stuff, and it also hides the money that comes in whenever the money does come in. So I've had a few things pop up on Courseplay there, and I haven't been able to read the money off or anything like that or see it. So I just kind of moved it out of the way. I do know some people move it off the screen, and that is one thing I used to do, but since I've started using Courseplay more, I like to be able to click on it right there, and I'm going to click on it here in a second. First, let's get this off the field. Look at this new field we got from an aerial view, because it's a lot easier to see from an aerial view, of course. Here's what we got for field 3. Now, the next field I'm going to put behind it over here on land 18. I do not own land 19. I should probably go ahead and buy it, but I think I could squeeze a field in right here just on land 18 by itself. And speaking of that, I guess I missed a tree right here. Is that on 18? Maybe that's, nope, here's that, might be on 19. This is looking like a great area right here for another field. And 2 fields might be enough. I'm thinking I might need to go more than that. Maybe we are going to buy some land. I did mention earlier setting this up. Now there's some off the field, and I'm going to go ahead and go around and pick that up myself. We are at 63. We are at 636,000. Wow, I thought we were at 63,000. Nope, 636,000. That is a lot of straw. A whole lot. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Wait, what am I talking about? I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Those cows need some straw because I need some manure. Let's get it all done around the field here, and I'll take that over there. Guess I forgot about this little patch right here. I wonder if it's a little too late to give me another header and take care of that, but I'll leave it. No big deal, right? Not sure how much that cow barn over there does hold with straw. We're going to figure that out eventually. Right now, I got this heading over there to the animals, and I got some other stuff to work on. That other stuff to work on is going to be create another field. Finishing up this next field right over here now, and the spot in front of me, I did purposely leave kind of open and tucked up into that tree area for a few reasons. One, I'd probably need to put a road across here heading in that direction there to another field, kind of an access road. And also, I was thinking maybe putting a shed up in here to store that harvester and any other crop related equipment. But right now, here's the second field, which is also my 4th field. So field number 4, we got field number 3 also in there. Let's get those rocks picked up, and also need to get some soil samples. I believe I got the mod now that will do the soil samples here instead of me having to back out, come back in, buy the soil samples for an even higher price. I think I got that mod somewhere in here. Turns out there may be a little bit of an issue here. I don't think this is fitting in there very good. Looks like it's somewhat getting caught on there. Oh, wait, you know what? Just go faster, I guess. That will do it. Let's see if I can actually make it out of here after this. Kind of alarming though. I was getting a little caught up there. It looks like all that was able to dump in there. That's pretty nice. We'll go ahead and take a further look out and see how much is in there. I don't have that mod that shows the capacity. I wish I did. I can't ever remember what it is. Anybody knows, let me know down in the comments, and I'll touch on that a little more if I know where I'm going. Oh, animals. Okay. Looks like straw's up to 637,574 liters. Now that's almost halfway. So I'm thinking here, maybe I got a 2 million liter capacity. Maybe that's sounding about right. It's looking about right. So what I'm talking about with that mod, there's a mod that shows your capacities on top of what you actually got in the bottom right down there. I just can't remember. I used to have it. And of course, Giants update kind of broke a bunch of things and I lost it there. Looks like, oh, okay. Definitely hitting those beams there. Let's just go fast, go fast. Hey, you made it out. Perfect. Looks like there's a little bit of an issue driving in. I'm not going to put away this plow right now because I think I want some more fields in there. I'm just not sure quite yet. Let's leave it out for now. Go get our stone picker, get those fields taken care of that way first. And then I'll decide on maybe buying some more land because I'd like to buy some more land, put some more fields in, and I'd also like to buy some more sheds to kind of fill up this area over here with more storage sheds. Got the Courseplay all set up over here, and we do have a little over 10,000 liters of stone still in here. Haven't quite figured out what to do with it yet, and these fields just don't give much stone. So I haven't put in a line production yet. It's going to come in the future, and maybe even some stone productions too. There's something a little bit I wanted to touch on, talk about here. I am going to get in another shed here. So it's probably going to end up being this one right here because I do think I need a workshop. I mean, I do all my maintenance stuff right there on the spot, but it would make sense to have a workshop. I think I'm going to go with that one. I don't know yet. Anyways, one of the comments, somebody asked about how do I build my stuff? How do I do the terraforming? How do I get it so level and smooth? I mean, it's not perfect. Let's put it that way. There's actually a big ditch right here. It's kind of hard to see, but whenever I drive over it, I can feel it. The main thing is I try to, not always, I try to always at least level out the ground first, the area. Now, I did purposely build on this area over here because I knew it'd be multiple levels. I thought it'd be nice instead of just making it one large flat area. So there's that. And then also I would do a slope tool, put a slope point right up there and just kind of slope it up there. That's the idea. Now there's no undo button, which is kind of a bummer. Your undo button for anytime you want to build is your save option. So if you're doing anything kind of sketchy that you don't trust or are worried you might mess something up big time, right now I'm just hitting the soften tool. The soften tool is like my best friend for making this stuff look smooth and everything. But if you're ever doing anything that you just don't think is going to turn out very good, or it's going to end up messing up a lot of stuff, the best way to undo that or do that is save the game, turn off your autosave, and then you want to go ahead and do what you're doing. And if you messed up, you can back out, come back in. I did that a lot on my other channel during the Willamina Forest Challenge because I built a dock out of the water, and some mods would raise the ground up, some mods wouldn't. So anytime the ground got raised up, that messed up a lot. I don't know if that helps you any. Not sure who it was that commented that. Not sure if that helps anybody. Also, another tip with any building, usually lay down the grass, meadow grass first. That way you don't have to touch up at the end. I mean, you'll still have to touch up some, but you don't have to make it perfect. So like if I'm putting a road through here, I should have actually laid down this meadow grass first before doing this rock side over here. But oh well, it'd be fine. And I'm also not trying to make this stuff perfect. I think the best thing I've learned from building on this game is just kind of doing it and also watching other videos. So I do have other videos out there of building and everything. So you may just see me click on certain things like the slope, like the soften. You'll kind of see how it works and is used there. So I got kind of a drop off right here, and I don't think I'm going to do a cliffside right here. I'm just going to soften it out because I did mention that right here. I wanted to soften it out here and make a hillside instead of a cliffside because cliffsides are easy. They're honestly the easy thing to do. Just level it out, make a cliffside. The hard part is just trying to make it look like it goes with the naturalness of the nature, I guess, which would be a hill for a lot of the stuff. Cliffsides is usually not there, especially not adding a cliffside without doing a bunch of work. But that's kind of how I do that. Also, one more tip, it might be kind of hard to see, but let's go ahead and do this. You know what? Let's make it a little bit easier for you. I'll lay down some paint texture here. Now you can see how this is white and it's got little parts sticking up. That means there's a high point in there. So, I mean, this is no tutorial or anything like that, just kind of talking with y'all, helping some of y'all out maybe. But that means there's high points there. What that means to me is I need to go through and hit it with the soften tool, and that's what I was doing underneath the meadow grass a second ago. But I want to show an example there. So now that's going to soften out and get rid of those high points and make it a lot smoother. Of course, none of this is perfect. As soon as you drive over it, you'll find a bump and be like, oh man, I missed that. Oh man, I missed this. Stuff like that. Now we can go back into this paint tool here, make it bigger. Looks like all those points are gone except for a little bit right over here. Not going to worry about that because I'm not driving across that. Let's go ahead and paint that meadow grass back on there and get a shed in, see what it looks like. I'll do a little decorating with some gravel and stuff going up to it. And I'll probably show y'all why I put the meadow grass in first exactly with an example. Even though I've told y'all, I can show you an example. I ended up going with this building right here. This is the harvester workshop. I was talking about leaving the harvester stuff over on the other side of the map, but I don't know. Oh well. I feel like a harvester could fit in here pretty easily because it is a harvester workshop in storage. Looks like the heads or something might be stored right up here on these racks. I'm kind of excited about that. I'll see how well that works out. Don't know if I'll put them away there or not. I don't even have one right now. Here's what I was talking about with laying down the meadow grass first. Just kind of plan accordingly to that because it makes it a lot easier. Because now I don't have to go through and touch up the edges with the meadow grass. It's already done. There we go. I think that'll work out pretty great. Maybe. I'll round this a little bit more. Sure, everything coming through here is going to be pretty big. What I mean by I don't have to go through and touch up. If you don't understand that, I can show you an example because I got some over here I could touch up. I mean, I'm not too worried about it, but if I did not have the meadow grass down first, I'd have to come through here and touch up very close to the road here instead of being able to use a large brush like I did when laying this down. Of course, I didn't do perfect right through there. Miss some every now and then, but it doesn't have to be perfect unless you want it to be perfect. That's up to you. I think we're making some good progress here. I have mentioned before in the past that I just want to kind of build this up naturally, add stuff to it, and somebody did recommend that for the whole house thing too. Speaking of that, let's go over here and add something to the house. Nothing super fancy, just going to add a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay, let's just say T-Rex. We'll place that in right there. Just add stuff a little bit here and there. And while all that was going on, I did leave the 5x speed up there because I was actively engaging with work here. Well, I wasn't doing it. I had a worker going. Next up, heading over to another field to start picking up some stone and still thinking in my mind, I need to get more fields on here and that may be coming sometime soon.